Hello. Hello, good morning. Hello. No. Okay, so we're doing a day in the life today, and so I have just woken up. That's like one of my favourite bits of the day, is coming downstairs in the morning and giving the dogs a biscuit and a carrot and making a cup of tea, and then I'm going to go back up to bed because today is Saturday, so it's the weekend, and I am going to read my book, drink my cup of tea, and then we are gonna go to Galicia. So this day it's going to be a day in the life, but it's like a weekend day in the life, with the trip to Galicia included. So it's not every single day that I drive to Galicia, but so in that sense it's not a representative day, but it's still a good day. That's the bed. I can't go up there with a cup of tea. I can't go up that ladder with the camera and my cup of tea. This is where I'm sleeping since me and Aunt broke up on the mezzanine. It's just a bit more exciting to be up there. I've got my cup of tea, I've got my book. Breakfast isn't till 11 because I'm on the fasting schedule for Carnivore, so I've got a couple of hours to kill. This is the book I'm reading. How to Stop Time by Matt Haig. Quite far through. So I'm just going to enjoy reading this and have my cup of tea, and then I'll pick up the camera again. Okay, so it's 9 o'clock, so now the internet's going on. Once the internet is on, that's when I feel like the day's actually begun. So as a carnivore, I stick to hours of eating and hours of fasting, and my hour of eating starts at 11 o'clock, so it's 9 o'clock. So the day has officially started. I've put the internet on, and this is what I need to do now. I need to load the car with all this stuff because I'm going to Galicia to see Aunt, and all this stuff needs to go with me, but it's the most horrible weather. It's just a week of heavy rain, so that's fabulous. I don't really feel like loading the car in the wind and rain, but I don't want to leave it too late to set off, so I'm just going to have to suck it up and put on a raincoat and start loading the car in the wind and rain. Right, loaded the car, fabulous. I still feel like I've literally just woken up and I'm now being rained on. So what I would be doing if it was a normal weekday is during this period between waking up and being able to have breakfast, I would be working on my translation now that the internet is on. So, but because today's Saturday, I'm just gonna waste some time looking at YouTube, looking at whatever, and I'll probably just go and get dressed because I look an absolute mess. Okay, so it is now 10 a.m. So I'm actually really looking forward to my breakfast now at this point. I wish I could fast forward to breakfast, but an hour's fine, an hour's absolutely fine to kill. So yeah, like I was saying, I would actually be doing a translation at the moment because I've managed to get some work, which is absolutely amazing. So for the past week, I have been doing a working rhythm. I've been putting in the hours and really enjoying it. I've come to an agreement with this guy that I met on a Tinder date, as I explained in a previous video. It was absolutely fantastic to meet this guy Chema, and now we've got an agreement that I'm going to do the English translation, and we're actually going to launch it in a really cool cafe in Gijón later in the year. So really, that's enough for me to feel that my career's been kick-started again. I'm not charging him for me to do the translation. A percentage of the sales will go towards me as the translator, so it's amazing. And I'll have also a recent example of a book I've translated to be able to advertise my services in literary translation. So I'm over the moon. But today I'm not doing this. Today's the weekend, as I keep saying. Really, if it wasn't pissing it down with rain, probably right now I'd walk the dogs because they're going to come with me. I'm going to Galicia, which is a 3-hour drive, just over 3 hours. Me and Ant have been going backwards and forwards over the past couple of weeks between the two properties. So he came last weekend back here and now I'm going there. A lot of work's been done over the past couple of weeks and I cannot wait to see it all. And I would have gone over a week ago, but the weather was so bad that I decided to stay. And the weather's still bad, but I can't hold my excitement any longer. I'm going to go anyway, taking the dogs, and I'm going to stay for like 3 nights. Also, I just want to say that I've had in my mind for quite a while to do a day in the life. I've actually had loads of people in the comments ask me to do that since the very beginning, do a day in the life vlog. And the reason I never did up at the cabana is because I didn't have a life. It's like, I really didn't. I would wake up and I would struggle to get out of bed, and I would, and this was, you know, this was before I started the carnivore diet, but it's taken a long time for me to, I say a long time, it's taken me months to start to process the fact that I have energy and, you know, mental acuity again. It's really hard to describe what it's like because it's just going back to normal, but normal became something so out of whack for the best part of a decade that it has taken me a little while. And even when I first started the carnivore diet, I didn't really have much of a routine going on. And that's also partly because I was up on the mountain, which no longer is suitable for me because I do have my health back and my strength, so I can participate in society. And being up a mountain isn't that logistically easy to do in order to do that. So I still was stuck in a kind of, I don't really have a routine frame of mind for some months after I started the diet. I didn't know what to do with all my energy. And so my days weren't really structured. There wasn't really a day in the life that I felt comfortable showing, because I felt, if anything, I just felt really self-conscious about the fact that I have nothing going on. So I'm really proud to be able to say today that I would be doing work, but today's the weekend, and so I'm off to Galicia to see Ant. Like that's having a life. So I'm happy to do that. And so the carnivore routine is obviously the same every day, and I just fit in around what I'm doing. And if it was a weekday at this point in time, a couple of times in the past week, I've actually gone down into town during this period where I'm waiting for breakfast, and I've got my shopping done or whatever bits and bobs I need to do. So it's just really awesome to have like a block of time in the morning where I have energy, where I can choose to spend that time walking the dog, going into town, cleaning the house. You know, there's all these things that I can do that are at my disposal, which to somebody who's not been ill and disabled for a long time might just be like, but to me, it's a miracle every single day. So yeah, I picked this day out of any day it could have been to do my day in the life. And it happens to be raining and I happen to be driving to Galicia. But it will be really cool because you'll be able to share with me my reaction on seeing the house. Anyway, so waffle, and it's still an hour to go till breakfast. I will just spend an hour zoning out on the internet Saturday morning, reading the news, catching up with my favourite YouTubers, and maybe squeeze in a little bit of UFOs, because I'm a big fan of UFOs. And the reason I'm a big fan of UFOs is because I think that I am fully done with the human race and it's time to move on. And I love it that there's this drip feed of disclosure that's going on in the background. So yeah, I'll be catching up on the UFO-age. Okay, so then I'll make breakfast. Okay, bye. I'm not recommending this bacon because it's actually processed. It's got glucose in it and some other additives, but it's basically the bacon the only bacon in Spain. And I've now it's become part of my routine. So I literally have an entire pack of bacon for breakfast. Can I crack an egg one-handed? We'll find out. No, I can't. Where I take a little moment to remember my chickens, who used to provide me with my 4 eggs a day, and now I have to get shop-bought eggs with stamps on the shells. It's fine. A couple of years ago, I would have just been like, what? An entire pack of bacon and 4 eggs for breakfast. And now I absolutely love it. I love it. I only need to eat twice a day. So 11 o'clock I have this, a full pack of bacon and 4 eggs, and then later in the day I will have a further meal, usually around 4 or 5 p.m, but by then I'll be in Galicia. Okay, I'm not going to do a mukbang or whatever you call it when you eat on the internet. I'm not into that, so I will catch you after breakfast. Okay, so the car is fully loaded, the dogs are in, and we're ready to roll. It's not actually raining right now, but you can see a little bit of snow on the mountain just opposite. And just rang to say that there's snow in Mushroom Manor as well, so it's going to be maybe a little bit of a dodgy drive, but I really don't think it's that bad. Okay, so I had to just stop and get a shot of the mountain. That's the mountain I actually used to live on. This, the bit at the end where there's like a little bit of a, like a conical shape. This end, that's actually where the cabana is, and it's been snowing in the night. You can't quite see the tops because of the clouds, but there you go. It snowed up on the mountain tonight. Anyway, onwards to Galicia. Okay, so I've now pulled in at a service station about halfway along. The weather's absolutely fine, actually. I didn't need to worry. It's absolutely fine, and it's so beautiful driving along the coast and seeing all the wonderful scenery of Asturias. One of the things I enjoy most in life is driving to music, and here you get to drive along these open highways that are just, there's very little traffic, and if the weather's not too bad, then it's just a complete pleasure. I'm full of gratitude because, you know, it's been, like it's just been a really, really hard year, and me and Ant have had troubles, and no end of troubles really, and so now, you know, I'm just really glad that there's actually, Ant's messaging me right now. The thing about me and Ant is that we only have each other. We're both in a foreign country, and we're both alone. And yeah, we know people, but if it was like you know, a grid down situation or a world war or something like that, we are each other's person, and there's no plan for that to change. So I'm just really grateful that I'm not on my own anymore in the world, and I'm so grateful that I've got somebody to share this experience with of buying a property in Galicia and doing it up. You know, I couldn't easily do that by myself. So yeah, I'm just experiencing gratitude for the circumstances I'm in right now, and I've also got the health and the energy to throw myself into life in Galicia and meet really cool people in Galicia. Anyway, in terms of the carnivore diet, let's just be noticed that I've pulled up at this service station and I'm not hungry. It didn't even cross my mind to think about having a snack, and that's because I had an entire pack of bacon and 4 eggs for breakfast, which is extremely filling, and it keeps you filled for a nice long time. So I'm not going to have anything to eat. I'm going to go grab a coffee. I like to have a double espresso, no milk, no sugar, and then I'll be buzzing for the second half of the journey. And I was gonna just quickly walk the dogs as well, but it is now raining, so I'll go to the cafe first, and if the rain stops, I'll walk the dogs. Hello?
Hey.
Hey.
You still on, Noviana?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and get this pump installed while there's a break in the weather.
Okay. Wicked. I think I can make it to Mushroom Manor without using the sat-nav.
You reckon?
I do reckon. I've done the route in my head, and I think I am familiar enough with it.
Run me through it.
Okay, so like where the potholes are.
So that's an amazing memory, FYI.
Thank you.
See you in a bit.
And I'm in that. Right, I've walked the dogs. I've got myself. I actually got one of these. I usually like a double espresso, but I got a latte to sip as I go along. That's great. And we are on track to get to Galicia way before sunset, so it'd be really great. The dogs are going to have the best time. And now it's the section of the journey where it's like a little bit, it's less familiar to me, so I'm getting excited. Okay, you're going to put the tunes on. You're going to hit the road. Okay, I should be doing this. I'm filming and driving, but it's just, we're right at the very, very end of the journey. And I'm going really, really slowly. And this is arriving at Mushroom Manor. First time I've driven here on my own, and I managed to remember the route off the top of my head, which is something that I can do as a carnivore because my MS shit memory has evaporated and I have got my old memory back, and that means that I can live my life in a competent way, which makes me very happy. So I've got, okay, I've got to change gear there. this is it. That's the garage. That's the garage. Yeah. Do you see it? I can't look too. I can't actually. I can't actually concentrate on driving and film, but okay, here we go. Here we go now. This is it. Arriving at Mushroom Manor. How exciting.
Hey.
Hey, all right, how are you? In your workshop, bloody hell.
Yeah.
You've got it all set up already.
Installing the
Look
pump.
at me, look, Ant's here.
That's right. I'm just installing the pump, and then I realised where I put the meter on is 25mm pipe, so I bought 25mm fittings. But here, where I want to install it, is 32mm pipe.
Oh, isn't it always the way?
That's right. So now I'm trying to butcher some fittings.
This is it.
Welcome to Mushroom Manor.
Okay. Oh my god. It's different already. Oh my god. Oh my god.
This bit is now renovated.
Oh my
You can
god.
feel the difference in the heat.
Yeah, already. It's unbelievable. And shit!
Raj's here.
Well, thank god a dog wasn't under that, hey?
Right, that's why I put them outside.
Oh my god. Thank god you put them outside. This is unreal. This is so nice. Ah, this is so nice.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, it feels warm.
Yeah. So, put these on as well.
Okay.
So I installed those because they were just hanging still a building site.
Oh wow, okay, yeah. It's much colder in here,
It's
isn't
freezing.
it?
Yeah, you see where the flue used to be?
Yeah.
It's buried in the floor.
Yeah, yeah.
All
God,
of
it's
this-
completely
all of this has
different
come up,
though.
So the floor's going to have to be redone.
Compared to how it was though,
Yeah.
it's amazing. It's a completely different room.
Yeah.
It's a different space.
But I've got the paint and the
Stain blocker.
anti-manchas, the stain blocker to put on. So I'll get rid of all of these brown patches.
Oh, I just can't believe.
Look.
Yeah, it all looks fantastic.
So to get rid of this horrible grey stuff that was here. It was like that, and now it's like that. And all of this side of it.
Oh yeah.
Tying it on.
This, to walk in here is just, it's just unbelievable, like the difference
Yeah.
from when we stayed here New Year's. Okay, time for a cup of tea and a little relax after the drive. Right, it's 6:45, so my eating window is 11 AM to 7 PM, so it's 6:45. I'm gonna have just sit down, cup of tea, and then I'm gonna make my dinner, and then it will be the end of the eating period of the day. Now it's time for me to make my dinner, and I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do it yet. Ah, okay. Butter. Okay, so I brought a kilo of minced beef with me, and I'm going to fry it. I think it's actually a little bit past 7 o'clock now, because I did walk the dogs before dark, and it gets dark at about 7, so I'm having this dinner a little bit late. That's fine. It's starting to get quite hungry now. Okay, that's that. So we can have a cup of tea and a kilo of mince. What I love about it is it's so simple to cook, no faffing around. Just heat it in the pan and it's ready. A bit of butter, a bit of salt. So that's that. So I'm just going to sit down, have my dinner, and that is the end of the day. So day in a life, and it wasn't that exciting. It was a breakfast at 11 o'clock and a dinner at 7 o'clock and not a lot in between. But there you go. People have been asking me for a day in the life, so there is one. So thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye.
Bye bye everybody.